Here we go. This is my final ink of the Brown Inks Challenge that I committed to doing actually basically a full year ago. And this is the addition to the challenge that I wasn't planning on doing, but my husband said that I should do it. I should include it because it is a brown ink and it's a new addition to our collection. So this is Ferris Wheel Press Workshop Wishes, and I think you can see there's some shimmer in there. I believe this is the only shimmer ink actually of the entire challenge. Is that true? That might be true. I think it is. Huh. I didn't even realize that. Interesting. Okay, yes. This is the only shimmer ink. This is the 16th ink. And let's start inking this up. I'm pretty excited to try this one out, I must say. Now, at least right now, we have the cicadas making lots of noise instead of my baby. But I'm not sure how long that's gonna last. I may have to go back inside. Okay, so let's make sure that we don't spill this. And that may be easier said than done. It's kind of a precarious bottle, honestly. It's not, like, it's beautiful, but not particularly functional. So yeah, that is a downside, I guess, to Ferris Wheel Press's. I feel like kind of all of their bottles are kind of like that, where they look gorgeous, but they're not especially practical. Oop, 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 oop. I like just, oh, okay. Never mind. I overfilled it. That wasn't just enough, that was overfilled. I wonder if we could use that by going like, oh, okay. Well, this could be an interesting situation today. Okay, let's, before we get any messier here, let's attach that and get these sorted out. Oh, actually, hold on. Do I even know what I'm doing? Hopefully. There we go. Sorry, I don't know if you could actually see that. Maybe you can't. No, you cannot. I'm so sorry. Let's just switch that over so you can actually see. Gonna swatch this ink first. There we go. And then I guess I can start reading. All of our categories and such. Let's put overall rating down here. Don't know if I can get this out of the sun, or sorry, out of the shade. A little bit difficult to work with the lighting. Okay. Overall rating. Okay, that's good. Wow, I'm surprised that it's getting so hot out here. Okay, so going back to the ink that we have. So I do a really good job of that. The ink is Ferris wheel press. Now I'm pretty sure that this would be the second Ferris wheel press ink that I've included in this series. Oh, and the table is scorching. Okay. And the previous ink that was from Ferris wheel press was called Beaver Dam Brown. And from what I remember, that was actually a very nice ink. I enjoyed it. And I would use it again, but I'm just not certain if I want to spend the money on a full bottle. Okay, and then color reading. Definitely feeling like my handwriting is suffering at the moment. Oh, it's nice to have a breeze. And yes, I still have a cold. It's really hanging on right now. It's kind of annoying me, to be honest. I feel like it's been probably over a week now. Yeah, it definitely has. Okay, and nib with variations. There we go. I think we're all set up. Yep, that's perfect. Okay. So now I need to grab out my Lamy steel nibs and we'll assess which ones work well with this ink, and yeah, just see what I think of the variety of nibs. You can definitely see the shimmer is showing up there. Okay, I think I've got a fairly good view here. Hopefully I will actually be able to write. That was the broad nib that I was just using there. And we're gonna go to the extra fine, if I can find it. Okay, hopefully I've got it working now. Let's do, oh yes, look at that. Oh, I'm really impressed by that, honestly. That's working way better than what I was anticipating. Wonderful. Okay. Now I have a feeling that the shimmer will probably not end up showing up in the extra fine. I could be wrong, but that's my expectation. Now, let's try the fine nib. Again, I'm just using the Lamy steel nibs. They are wonderful because you can interchange them so easily. You can even change them out while the pen is still inked up. It's not like a huge mess. So very much appreciate that aspect of the Lamy, well, the Lamy Safari, but also like All Stars can do that. Probably the only one that I can think of that doesn't do that would be a Lamy 2000. So, oh, okay. Apparently that doesn't want to write as well. There we go. Lamy Safari Candy Mango. That honestly doesn't look or feel too different from the extra fine. I feel like it's slightly smoother, but I actually quite like that one. I would use the fine, honestly. It's nice. Surprisingly pleasant. Okay, let's go with the medium nib now. Right. Oh boy. That was a bug. Flying bug. I don't like flying bugs. Actually, well, I don't know that butterflies are necessarily categorized as bugs, but butterflies and moths are absolutely terrifying to me. And this is something that my family kind of makes fun of me for. I make fun of myself for it too. They're just scary. I don't like anything that can like fly in my face. That's what I always think is gonna happen. And the funny thing is that I wear glasses, so like the chance of a bug flying into my eye is pretty small compared to other people. It's just a weird phobia. And I don't know how to get over it, to be honest. I don't know if I want to get over it. It's just too scary. Anyway, that was the broad nib. Very impressed with all of these nibs so far. But I think probably I'm more drawn to the fine or medium. Broad nib is good too. Like there's no issue with it. I don't feel like it's too wet. I'm curious to see what this 1.1 stub is gonna do. That will be interesting because often it is on the drier side and it's just kind of finicky to deal with sometimes. But I imagine that if this ink flows really well, then you could get a decent amount of shimmer showing up in your writing with a stub nib. And so far, I'm impressed with the flow. Considering it seems like a fairly light ink, yeah, this is turning out really well. So, you know, I'm gonna go back to the fine nib because that's just what I want to do right now. I might change it out for the medium nib eventually, but for now, that's what I'm gonna do. I would say all of these are great. Like I don't have any real problem with any of them, but my favorites are gonna be this, maybe more like that. Yeah, the fine, medium, and 1.1 stub. I will give you a better view. Right here. Oh yeah, you can definitely see some shimmer showing up in that 1.1, which is really fun. I think that's probably the best one, honestly, for the amount of shimmer that you can get. Huh. Nice. Beautiful. Just showing you my view. We've got some construction going on, so I'm glad to I'm glad that they have finished the job for the day, so that I don't have to film with that, all the racket going on. But yeah, I've been keeping this basket full of my supplies for this challenge, just so that it's easy to bring it around with me. And little miss is downstairs having a nap. So at this point, I can safely say that I'm very pleased to own a bottle of this ink, Ferris Press Workshop Wishes. I had journaled a little bit with the fine nib, but then I went and put on, sorry, oh, tickles. I put on the 1.1 stub. So, and I actually enjoyed both of those writing experiences. Very pleased with the range that this ink can do, especially considering it is on the lighter side, and Ferris Press has some maybe inconsistency, I guess, in like some of their inks they write very dry or extremely light, and then others will be fairly lubricated. Like, I don't remember any problem whatsoever with Ferris Press Beaver Dam Brown, but for sure I've tried other Ferris Press inks from their earlier days, and they were not great for flow. Yeah, not very preferable. Oh, and also readability. But with this ink, I honestly feel like I can say readability is just fine. Yeah, I think I could say I could give it a 10 out of 10. And also the color rating, well, let's just do 10 out of 10 for readability. Color rating, I do really like this color. I have no problem whatsoever with it. I think it's nice. I'm very glad to have a bottle of it. So we're gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Flow scale, definitely not wet, but fairly average, honestly. I'm gonna put an average because all of these nibs handled it pretty well. The broad nib maybe a tad bit too wet, and the extra fine maybe a tad bit too dry, but in general this had a really good range. I was really impressed with that. So let's just do a little bit of writing here. Okay, so I just remembered that I also, when I was doing my journaling, specifically with the 1.1 stub, I did end up flooding the feed multiple times because I wanted the ink to go down a little bit darker. I don't know that that is necessary. I think it will flow well enough without continually doing that, but I did do that, so I should I guess be upfront with the fact that I did that, and you may find that it's, even though I guess comparatively the flow of this ink way better than the previous ink, Dominant Industry November Leaves, that was a miserable time. This was not a miserable time in the slightest. It was great, but I did end up flooding the feed. let me just show you what that actually looks like. Because right now I feel like this is writing pretty typically. And I'm just gonna bring some more ink up to the nib. Here's what a flooded feed looks like. What else do I need to say? No clogging issues with shimmer. This color reminds me of kind of the past two inks. But it's definitely not the same. So, oh, sorry, not the past two. So, Dominant Industry November Leaves, it reminds me of. And a little bit of Robert Oster Gold Antiqua. I think it has kind of that deserty-ish look to it, but it also does seem like wood, a wood color. I can't tell you which wood color. I'm not very knowledgeable about that specifically, but it's pretty warm toned and light, not quite a beige. It seems less beige, I guess. How else would I describe that? I don't know, because it has more saturation than what a beige would, I think. Beige, in my opinion, has more gray to it. This does not have any gray looking to it. Other than the shimmer is I believe it's just a silver shimmer. Yeah, I think you can see that on the camera. Oh, and let's take a look at what kind of shimmer shows up in writing. Oh, wow. Okay. Got kind of like a smudge happening there, even where there isn't any writing. So, I guess, wow. Yeah, there's a fair bit of shimmer that showed up there, which is good. Okay, so let's figure out an overall rating for this ink. You know what? I think we're gonna go with a 10 out of 10. I do not have any problems with this ink. I think it's great. And I definitely would recommend it to you if this is a color that you're looking for. I think it performs really well. Very pleased with it. Well, I think that wraps up the entire Brown Inks challenge. What did you think, Rosalie? Was it good? You were only out of Mommy's tummy for part of it, weren't you? I was pregnant with her when I first started this challenge, so. And now she's 9 months old. Right? Okay, so my plan for my next video is gonna be just an overview of all the brown inks that I did for this challenge series. It'll just wrap up and be a conclusion to this series because I am done. I'm ready to move on to something new. And yeah, so I'll include basically the inks that I really enjoyed from this challenge and the inks that I did not enjoy. I'll give you a list of those. I think she likes you guys. And yes, I think that's all I need to tell you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back for more. And yeah, have a good week.